Hey, you guys, welcome to Sparkle and Trade. We spread joy and support in the trading world. And if you are new here, welcome to this community. We are in a active and growing community, excited about helping you and supporting you on your journey in trading in the stock market. Many of you guys reached this video from my Invest with Teri review video or my video that I talk about my worst trading day. And the other video that's really popular on this channel is when I explain in detail if it's actually possible to make $1,000 in a day using the Invest with Teri model. And I explain it absolutely is possible. I did it myself in both my sim and my live account. I know there's a lot of speculation out there. People don't know if it's real or not. It is absolutely real. So I highly suggest you learn how to trade using the Invest with Teri strategy. Before her strategy, I had never made $1,000 in a day in the stock market. I was, like I said in my initial video, I wasn't like spanking brand new to the stock, but I was new to her strategy and how she did things. And she completely changed my mindset about money in general. Honestly, she changed my mindset about a lot of things. So she's a blessing. I promote her course because it helped me. And I am not going to tell you guys something that is not real. I'm not going to tell you guys something that didn't help me. So if you're here and you got us here through that channel, I hope you have made the leap and invested in her course. I'll provide a link in the bio if you're looking for it. You can check it out. And then I also encourage everybody that has decided to take our course to come back to this channel to get support and encouragement and go on, and I'll share my journey with you guys. I'm gonna tell you guys, if you've been with me for some time, then you already know last month our family experienced a death right in the middle of our Sparkle 500 challenge. I was not able to upload like I wanted to, and I moved out of my old office as well, back home now. So a lot of changes, and I explained that in my last video, my life update. So you can go look at that if you want to know like what was going on. But the Sparkle 500 challenge, I've been getting requests to do it again. I do plan on doing it again, but because a large portion of what I do, just to give you guys a little background, I have multiple businesses trading the stock market for the last, 6 months. Excuse me. Got something in my throat. Trading the stock market for like the last 6 months was a huge part of my business. I gained lots of profit, but in the recent days and weeks, I've noticed the news with the feds that came out. They're not sure if they're going to increase rates or not. I got an article today that said that the feds are going to increase rates regardless of President Biden's nominees, if they're confirmed or not. I don't know. We don't know. But every time the feds like put out information or have a meeting about rates hikes, the stock market does like really weird things. And so over the last couple of weeks, to me, it's just not comfortable trading. There's a lot of volatility in the market. We don't know what's happening. A lot of people don't know what's happening. They actually are advising people just to chill out for right now. Also, the war with Ukraine is really affecting things because people say it could turn into a trading war. And I can't get in the middle of all that. I'm like, y'all can have that. I'm gonna go do over here. So I'm gonna do the Sparkle 500 challenge, but I feel like I'm gonna do it when I feel like the market is not just in this very crazy place. And then it's weird because every time the market calms down, then you have earnings season. So earnings season happens 4 times a year. Every time the companies report their earnings, it happens 4 times a year. And when it's a week that a lot of the companies are reporting their earnings, the market tends to do crazy things too. So it's just trying to find the right timing to like get in right now is key, because you don't want to get in and follow everything you know to do technical analysis wise, and the market's like, psh. So, I mean, you could still get in and still make money. Just know that when you're going to get out. I think that's the biggest thing right now with this volatile market is not even hoping that it's going to go up. I mean, I feel like right now, if your account goes into the red, get out. Get out. Like I'm like, sorry. That's where I'm at. If it goes into the red for like more than, I would say more than like $10, definitely if you have a small account, get out, because the market, I don't know if I'm confident that it's going to swing back in the direction that I expect it to. And I am like, I'm thinking about, I just think differently. Can I just share my thoughts with you guys? So one of the things that you learn in the Best with Teri course is that the people that are the major, actually she shares this publicly, but the people that are majorly in the stock market, the main players in the stock market are the banks, which is why the Fed's making an announcement about the rates really affects the markets. So the banks are the big players in the market. They can move the market majorly depending on what they do. And the goal is for most investors to get in line with what they think the banks are going to do. And based on what they do, you read the charts, and that's how you learn how to trade. But the more that I trade, the more, sorry guys, I got a little bit of cough. The more that I realize that I'm getting ads that show me there's technologies, what they call AI trading technologies, that are that you can buy, to help you trade better. And so these AI, which artificial intelligence, kind of reads the market and then makes a move based on the market, and you can be along with that. I've never tried an AI technology. I don't know how they work. I don't know if I trust them, right? But my trust is I don't know if you guys heard my very initial video about the stock market. I'm a little skeptical about this wave of individual people like you and I getting into the stock market, and the banks are realizing that they have less of a piece of the pie. So if they had, let's say, 70% of the pie when it comes to stock market, and 30% was individual people like you and I. And then recently, within the last couple of years, maybe banks feel like they have only 60% of the pie. Well, that 10% is a big chunk to them. And so they're still the major players in the field. And and then other countries can also buy and sell in our stock market, other governments like they could also affect our market. And we don't know who's doing what. You can't really see. But the AI, I believe artificial intelligence is reading the markets on a greater level than we can ever imagine. So there is, to me, you have to trade smart. You have to be smart. Yes, you can do your technical analysis. And I think that's just what Teri gave us. Truly, honestly, guys, is just the basics. Like, you have to know that. If you don't know that, you're entering the game at a disadvantage, and you probably will lose your money. So don't just go around YouTube listening to all these people's videos, because half of them I'm looking at them like, don't do who, what. That, first of all, it doesn't make sense. It's very complicated. And then I'm not sure if you should listen to that person. I'm just like, I'm here for you guys. Like, so one of the biggest things that I think we are living in this season is you have to be smart, right? Because everybody that says they're out to help you are not helping you. I do not think you should give up on the stock market. Do not give up on the stock market, but be smart. Be smart. And here are my top 3 things that I think you should be smart in. Number 1, where you put your money. So I know Teri teaches on TradeStation. I personally don't trust TradeStation. I don't know if they are not selling positions, information about positions. I just don't know. It seems like a lot of people have the same experience. And when a lot of people like are doing their own technical analysis, but they have the same experience, it makes me wonder, is there AI reading to know, like, get these little people out, like based upon maybe amounts in their account? I don't know. Again, this call me a conspiracy theorist. I don't know what I'm thinking, but my mindset tells me trade smart, because what benefit does the banks have to help us grow our money? They don't want us to grow our money. They don't want us to gain wealth and get a bigger piece of the stock market. No, they want to keep control. And so I do believe there are swings that happen that may not have to happen. And everybody's like, oh, it's because of the feds. Oh, it's because of earnings, or it's because of this company or that company. You guys, a small percentage of people own the majority of wealth in this country. So the community is small. That means for you and I to succeed, we got to be really smart. Number one, don't put all your money in one account. So TradeStation, whether it's TradeStation, Thinkorswim, Webull, Robinhood, wherever you put your money, SoFi, like, try them out and see how it works. I'm in Thinkorswim right now, and I think Thinkorswim is probably the safest out of most of them. I haven't tried Weevil, and I'm right. I just got into Robinhood. The thing about Robinhood, guys, you can do naked calls on options without having a huge amount of money like in your account. Like, I'm like, that's how people are taking 20. Like, there's a girl on YouTube right now. She took $26 and made $100,000. She used Robinhood. Robinhood, you can make naked calls, but naked calls options are super risky. You can lose everything. So do not trade what you cannot lose. So that would be my second tip. Number one, don't put all your money in one place. I would say put like half in Thinkorswim, put a little bit in Robinhood or Webull, put half here, half, like, don't put them all in one place. And I know Teri don't teach that, but that's what I would tell you based on my analysis of like what I see. Like, I'm a really good person when it comes to patterns. I see patterns. And so I'll see, like, in our Facebook group, like, all these people will have the same experience. They had a great day, or they had a really bad day, or 50% will have this. And, and I'm like, wait, I'm seeing technology at work here. So we have our technical analysis, but we're kind of competing against artificial intelligence, because they're watching what we do. And so we have to be smart. And so that means that your risk tolerance has to be lower, in my opinion. So number one, don't put all your money in one place, like a trade station, like one. Don't put it all in one, put it in a couple. Number two, don't trade what you can't lose. So if you have, let's say you have $1,000, $500 in your account, and you're like, I don't lose the whole 500. We'll only trade 200 or only trade 300, and find stocks that fit your trade goals. So if you lose at 200, you can be like, this is almost like play money. You have to think of your trading money as play money, because it can be lost like that. You cannot think about your trading money as living money. Don't do it. Not in this day and age, like right now, what's happening in the world and what I see happening. I think that they want to correct the market. And I even hear some people on YouTube talking about, like, the market's about to correct. And I'm like, who says? Like, who told you that? Like, what is your analysis on that? And then that it doesn't do that. Or somebody will say the stock is about to, there's this guy on YouTube that has like millions of followers, and he's like, the stock market is about to crash, and it don't crash. And I'm just like, why did he say that? Like, why did he say that? Because people will actually listen to him and make a move on their stock because he said it's about to crash. And I'm like, I don't think these people are like, I don't think they're behind the scenes doing what they need to do, anticipating the market's about to crash. They're saying the market's about to crash, but they're like, it's not about to crash. I'm just telling all these millions of people that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I trust everybody that's saying. There's another guy out there talking about the future of like crypto and different things like that. And I'll share a little bit about what I know and what I've done in that area, but I'm here for you guys. I'm here for the little guy. I'm like, I love to see people making millions of dollars, but I'm here for the person just starting out. Like, how can I help them go from having a $500 account to having a $10,000 account, making $10,000 a day, or the $500 account person making $1,000 a day? I did explain a very easy strategy on how to make $1,000 in a day, starting with $500 in less than like 3 months. It's in my other video, how to grow a small account, part 1, part 2. And the problem with that strategy is you have to know how to trade. So get the course. And then number 2, you have to be smart. And in this season, what I have decided to do is put my money into 2 different accounts. I want to see what the computers are doing on each platform. I'm trying to figure out the patterns of behavior with the AI, because I do believe that AI is not working for us, it's working against us. So we also have to do, that's a part of our technical analysis, in my opinion, is seeing the patterns on the different platforms. So number 1, don't put all your money in one place. Number 2, don't trade what you can't lose. We're just in that place. Anticipate that it might not go in your direction. I mean, anticipate it. Get out if you get out in the red at all. Like right now, I'm like, don't wait, because it may take a long time to swing back up. Definitely if you like, I need to get use this money for other things, so I'm trying to grow it to use it for other things. Like, get in and get out. Like, do not wait. I'm just my tolerance for what I'm seeing, or the patterns with the platforms, is very skeptical to me. And I'm just kind of like, who really is doing all this? And at some point, they all have to profit. So it's going to go in the direction that you believe, as long as they have to profit. The Facebook drop, what happened a couple weeks ago with that 1200 swing on the SPX, huge, crazy things happening. And everybody keeps on saying stock market is just crazy right now. Just chill out. Like, I'm here for you guys. Like, I really want to share with you my journey. So those are my things. Like, don't give up on the stock market for those, but be smart, be really smart. So that's what I've done. I've decided to take some money, put it over here, take some money, put it over here, and then trade, and then keep, like, I'm kind of looking at what I know, and kind of looking at what I am doing with a side eye. And then everybody that talks, I'm looking at them with a side eye. So I'm looking at like the other big people that's talking about the market crashing. I don't know. You just got to be somebody that I absolutely trust. There are a few people on YouTube that I do trust, that I feel like they break down their analysis very well. But not everybody is telling you what they're doing. They'll present it like they're doing it, but I'm like, I see right through all that. You're not doing that. I don't believe it, because why would you tell all of us that, and then the market doesn't do what you think they do? After a while, you'd be like, it didn't do that though. It didn't do that though. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I know I've gone up quite some time today, and a little bit of a rant, but yeah, my next video, guys, I'm gonna be talking about, like I said, I have a couple different businesses, and one of my other businesses, I was sitting down with some corporations, talking about some contracts with the topic of the racial wealth gap in America when it comes to Black and whites and the different races, and how big the racial wealth gap in America actually is. I was shocked I knew about it and I heard about it, but to see the data on paper is mind-blowing. So I'll be sharing a little bit about that and ways that you can be proactive at closing the gap. One of them is learning financial literacy, learning how to trade stocks, learning all about what this looks like and actually doing it. The mindset shift that I really want you guys to have with this next video is learning how to make your money work for you and you work less for your money. People that are like doing big things, they don't work as hard as half the people I see out here. Just definitely my black and browns, like, wow. I'm like, the amount of hours that they put in to make this little, like, I'm like, it bothers me. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. And don't forget to sparkle and trade.